Social media. It's your boy Ruby Levi.
145,000.
And man, right now we got two of the craziest things that happened in prison while we were incarcerated.
Let me start it off. Back in 2014, right?
Yep.
I was at FSP main unit. Well, Columbia is one of the worst camps in the state of Florida at this time. Currently is known for gangs and stabbing police.
Columbia CI, aka Gangland CI.
Gangland CI.
So quick picture of it. Columbia CI was the camp that if you got in trouble at any other prison in Florida as a gang member, as an active gang member, they ship you straight to Columbia CI. So it was called Gangland CI.
Gangland. Well, there was two dudes there, right? They was really homeboys, like they got to know each other, they were cool with each other. They was selling a little dope, selling little phones and stuff like that, right? Well, they thought, how could we really power up and make a lot of money? So they came up with this idea, if we got shot in prison, because police don't got no guns in prison, inmates can't get no guns in prison.
Nope, not in Florida.
So if someone ended up shooting them while they was in prison, they were gonna be able to sue the prison system for a whole bunch of money.
For not protecting us.
So just like they was getting the drugs and the cell phones in the chain gang, they decided, hey, we could sneak a 25 Beretta in the chain gang, bruh.
Time out. Keep going.
They literally, whoever they was paying to bring the phones in, or whatever, the officer, whoever it was, we don't know, they brought a gun into the prison facility.
That's crazy.
A 25 Beretta.
That's crazy.
Their idea was to shoot each other. Let me hold this. They literally shot each other, bro.
Yes, I heard.
And they were gonna say they don't know who did it, they don't know what happened, and they were gonna sue the prison system and get a whole bunch of money, right?
Yeah. And it wasn't for the meddling inmates.
Listen, bruh. Scooby-Doo done came through this bit and figured everything out.
Fuck them all up.
Inmates done went and told what really happened. They done conspired to come up with this story to do this to students, because really they was trying to make it look like beef. Or an inmate that they had problems with snuck a gun in here, shot them, and that's how they was gonna keep it.
I remember that because the camp I was at, we got put on lockdown when this happened because this was a crazy event. I remember the two stories we got was that an officer shot an inmate, so we got put on lockdown. Then the second story we got was two rival gang members got firearms and they had a big shootout on the compound. So they locked down my whole camp, and I think around the whole Florida got locked down for this particular incident right here.
I got to actually view the people, you feel me? I'm gonna tell you though, I don't know if the second person really got shot or if he did it just grazed him, you know what I'm saying? But one of them was in a wheelchair. I was at FSP main unit at the time. I was a West Door orderly, and all the inmates would have to come up through the hallway that I had to mop and sweep, you feel me? And I would have to grab their stuff and take it to a table for the officers to search, and I had to help push Buddy in the wheelchair through the metal detector, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So listen, one of them did get shot for real. He was in the wheelchair. I don't know if they both got shot. I know what the news said, but I know for a fact one did.
Okay.
But literally, these people snuck a firearm in there and shot each other, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
In prison. And then inmates went and told, yeah, they plotted to do this so they could get money because really they be in here selling drugs and cell phones together.
That's crazy.
And look what happened. Yeah, just got shot for no reason. And guess what? They got like 10 more charges added on to them.
Damn. So they
for real, possession of a firearm.
By convicted felon, yeah.
Bruh, this
shooting each other, yeah.
Bruh, they caught more time behind this.
Sneaking contraband. They done for. They done. Now the other one we got is...
That's crazy, bro.
The other crazy one we got is a little more cruel and it's more of a cruelty one. This happened at Day CI, and if you know about Day CI was a spot that every inmate in Florida wanted to get to. Everybody wanted to transfer to Day CI because they had all the drugs, all the phones, all the fine female officers. It was located in Miami, one of the few prisons actually located in a city. You know what I'm saying? So everything was kind of different that day. See, yeah,
we're in prison, right? And they say Day CI was sweet,
like a city. This was the place.
Sweet.
Sweet.
They're saying this prison facility was sweet.
Cause everything they got. But this particular incident that happened, see if you remember this one, was inmate Darren Rainey, a 50-year-old inmate who got sentenced to 2 years in prison, but was also mentally ill. You know, he was kind of mentally off. So they put him in confinement. I don't know why he got put in confinement, but they put the man in confinement. And while he was in confinement, he actually shitted on himself and took all his doo-doo and smeared it all over himself and smeared it all over his cell. So the officers that was on duty that particular night got mad. Got him up out the cell and threw him in the shower. And if you know how the confinement showers is, they push you in the showers and they lock the cage and lock the key. Yeah. And people who've been to prison know you got the water in prison is either extremely hot in the showers or extremely cold.
Yeah.
Cause somehow they control the temperature. That's how, but they control the temperature or they rig the plumbing and they can make this thing scalding hot. So usually it makes it go in the shower, cut the showers on, let it run for like 15 minutes. You will see smoke coming from the water before they finally go in there and take a shower because it's extremely painful hot. You know what I'm saying? It got extremely cold. So they threw this man in the shower, butt naked, cut the showers on, locked him in the cage, cut the showers on, and let the hot shower run. The inmate refused to get under the water, so he stayed back as far as he can to the bars, so the water couldn't touch him fully.
Yeah.
So he had the guards tell him, hey, you need to get that water to rinse off. But the man mentally ill, tell him, hey man, this water too hot, this water too hot. So they left that man there, and somehow the water stayed hot for hours, and left him in that shower cell. And when they came back hours later, the man was dead. Scalded with hot water, with red marks all over his body, dead from the scalding hot shower. And to date, has no officer been charged with that death. I don't even think nobody got in trouble for that death.
But they said inmates that came from, they said that it was the police killed.
They locked the man in there and left him in there. Who else could have did it? They got the key to the shower. They control the shower. They left that man.
No, I mean like drowned him, bro.
They drowned him too?
Like killed him. Like they whooped him and threw him underneath the water because he wouldn't get under there. And that was the only way to get him to go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I remember.
They left that man there, scalded for death, and nobody been charged for that.
Crazy.
Stay out of prison, man. Low recidivism.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, I know we talk about these crazy stories, right? But not trying to preach. Please, if you're doing crime, if you're doing wrong, please, bro, don't go to prison, bro.
No,
it's not worth it. I know you feel like you might have to feed your kids like this, or you can get away with it because you got away with it before. But real talk, man, we ain't gonna sit here and tell you what to do. But I'm telling you, once you get locked up, especially when you do something and you're like, well, everybody else be doing this and you won't think you'll catch a lot of time behind it, but somehow you really, because you ain't no lawyer, and you probably don't study law, some petty charges carry a lot of time. And your ass will go to jail for a long ass time, be in prison a long ass time. And everybody ain't coming home.
No.
So the only way you can lower the recidivism rate is stop making the same damn mistakes, man.
Over and over, man. Over and over. For the guys that's coming out, man, get you on the trade, man. There's different ways. Get yourself out of that environment that you're in. Say no to drugs, and hey, man.
You hold yourself accountable, man.
You won't hang around, man.
And listen what I'm about to tell you. Bruh, I'm labeled as a career criminal. I've been to prison multiple times, you feel me? So I'm a career criminal, and they're all violent charges. Every single one, everything that I have is violent, you feel me? So the next time, ain't no next time. But if there was another time, they're gonna try to bury me underneath that bit.
Open up.
They're gonna try to bury me underneath that bit, right? And I'm telling you from right now, the way I thought my life was, hanging out, having fun, vibing, and doing whatever I wanted to do, and I thought that shit was cool to fuck and all that bullshit, I'm telling you right now, my life has never been better by not committing crimes. I have the best life I ever had in my life.
Man, you know what kind of peace you deal with going